What is going on, folk? It's NimbleThor here, and welcome back to my mobile gaming quest, where today we are playing Age of Magic, which is a relatively new game that I'm quite excited to share with you guys, because it seems very, very popular. On Google Play alone, it has 150,000 reviews at a 4.8 average rating. So is the game actually any good though? That's what we're gonna answer today. Hopefully, we're gonna play the game. I'm gonna talk about what I like and what I dislike about it. We're gonna explore some of the different systems in the game. And then later on, we're also going to touch upon the monetization. So definitely be sure to stick around for that if you are considering playing this game for yourself. So if we go back here to the menu, we have a pretty simplistic UI. I'm liking that. And then we have most of what we expect from these types of turn-based RPG games. We have PvP, we have events, guilds, and then probably most importantly, we have the campaign missions. And when we go into a campaign mission, we get to this campaign selection screen, and then we pick one of them. Let's say we want to try our luck at chapter 11, even though that might actually be pretty difficult with the current team. But the point is, we get to pick our heroes that we want to take with us into battle. Right now, we have 4 heroes that we can use for this level here. And so here we are in the actual fight. We have 3 beasts that we have to defeat here in round 1 out of 3. And obviously, since this is a turn-based RPG, each of our heroes take turns using a skill or an ability, and the same goes for the opponents. So we have 3 different types of abilities for each hero. I'm just gonna attack what I believe to be the weakest opponent over there with the strongest attack from this guy, in the hopes that we'll be able to take that unit out completely before it gets a chance at attacking us. So the combat is pretty simple. I'm liking it though because of the vastly different abilities we have for each of these heroes. It keeps it interesting, and there are so many different possible strategies to winning a level, so definitely a thumbs up from my end. I like these combat systems that are simple yet have quite a bit of depth. And this combat system definitely has some depth, especially because later on we can even upgrade some of these skills, and we have to pick which ones we want to prioritize and so on. Okay, so what do we want to do here? I think we have to attack the middle one now because he used some sort of skill that does so that we can't attack any of the other ones. So let's use our strongest attack from our strongest unit to deal some damage to that guy at least. And let's just use this attack here, and that's how you play the game. We also do have an auto system, by the way, but it's so horrible that I can't recommend it to any of you guys, which is a good thing because I don't really like auto systems anyway. The graphics look phenomenal though. Just look at this. I'm really impressed, and we can even move around a bit to see some more of the playing field just because, right? Like, the developers didn't have to do this, but just because they could, they decided to do that, and I'm really liking it. It looks phenomenal. But now let's jump out here to the level selection screen as well, because I wanted to show you guys something. So we have to pay energy to enter a level, and these energy points of course replenish over time. You guys can see right now we have 80 out of 70. I got some for free from, I think, leveling up, so we have 80 right now, and it costs 6 energy to enter level. So if we play these levels normally, it's not really going to be an issue unless you play a lot of them in a row, 10 of them or so, which is going to take quite a bit of time. So if you play less than 30 minutes, you're going to be fine. But if you want to go back though and instant finish some of these older levels, look at this. Let's say we want to instant finish this one 5 times or 6 times. That's going to cost 36 energy. And that means you're going to lose your energy very quickly. You could lose all of your energy in just an instant. But you do want to do this though, because you get some of these flasks here. You guys can see them, these minor potions, and the reason we want those is because we need those to upgrade our character, and we want to upgrade our characters because we have to become stronger so we can complete more levels. So it all really ties together. So for example, let's go in here and try to upgrade this guy. We can train him using these potions and some of the in-game gold. So let's say we want him to reach level... Actually, let's just level him up once, because I want to show you guys how big of a difference one single level is going to do in this game, because there's a huge stat boost involved. Look at this. So just one level gave us 635 extra hit points, which is, well, it's nearly a 10% increase. You guys can see we had 2,900 before, and now we have 600 extra. So not exactly 10%, but like 8% or so, which is a very big boost if you really think about it. So let's say we want to upgrade him some more. Let's say we want to upgrade him, you know, to level 11. Oh, look at this, guys. It's going to be a big boost. Look at this. There we go. 1,600 extra HP. So now, I mean, he has a much better chance at surviving, which is a good thing, but it also does mean that even just one level can really make the difference between winning or losing these matches. And I can see both good and bad in that. The good part is that it means that we can very easily upgrade our characters so that we're not stuck forever. We can simply go back and replay these levels instantly. Whenever you just have 2 minutes, open the game, go in, replay those instantly, and then just leave the game, come back, you know, a few hours later when you have more energy, and then try to continue into some of these higher level chapters that you haven't really completed yet. So that's of course an awesome system, but it sadly also has a negative effect on the PvP, because if you want to go compete in PvP, you need to have a high-level hero, and if you spend money on the game, you're going to have an easier time getting a high-level hero, and as we learned just before, even just one level can make a big difference. So the PvP, sadly, very pay to win, don't go into it. And also because people who spend money on the game can just unlock new heroes immediately, of course. They don't have to wait. I mean, even at level 20, I've heard that we still only have these 4 or 5 same heroes. And that means everyone in PvP who's a free user will have the same heroes, and then everyone who uses money will have these much stronger heroes. Sadly, that does kind of suck, but does it ruin the game if you just enjoy the single player? No, not necessarily, especially if you enjoy just playing games for shorter sessions at a time. All you have to do if you're stuck, as we already covered, is just go back and replay or instant finish some of those older levels, and then slowly you will be able to compete in some of the higher campaign levels again. So the game is certainly appealing, but I can also see its downsides, and there are definitely some downsides to this game. But what do you think, Nimble Squad? Would you ever consider playing this game? If you would, the download links can be found in the description box down below. I'm not sure I can justify the 4.8 score, but I do see the game's appeal, and as long as you don't get dragged into the PvP part of the game, I do feel that you might have a decent chance at actually enjoying this game. But even with that said, although I'm having fun with the game right now, I'm really liking it, I am confident that it will become so difficult eventually that we might feel pretty much forced to either pay up or go back and grind the older levels for so many times that it just becomes too much, right? You'd probably just want to quit at that point. And sadly, that has been confirmed by some users over on Reddit, who has said, actually the game's official subreddit, by the way, who say that at higher levels, you need so much in-game gold. Apparently, that's going to be the scarce resource. You need so much in-game gold to even just upgrade one hero that it's just ridiculous, really. If I remember correctly, one Reddit user mentioned that it would cost 10 million gold to upgrade one hero, just one of them, to the highest star level. And so what that means for you guys is that most likely you're gonna have a great time for some hours, maybe for a few weeks, maybe even a month in this game. But then later on, you might just want to quit it because it becomes such a big grind, and, you know, that grind is only there to, you know, empty your pockets, really. That's just the way it is, sadly. Now, the reason I still wanted to share this game with you guys was because of the great graphics, the interesting combat, and the fact that if you play for shorter sessions for maybe a month or so, I think you can actually have fun with this game. I'm quite enjoying it so far, and hopefully you will as well. But I'm sure you guys will let me know what you think about it in the comment section. And now for the mobile gaming news of the day, which is another Pokemon Go related news, because I just learned that Pokemon Go was the top grossing game in November of 2018. Like, how is that even possible? They beat Honor of Kings, they beat Candy Crush, they beat Monster Strike, Clash of Clans, all those really big games. Pokemon Go earned more than all of them. And I know November is already a few months ago, but it's just crazy to me how the game could earn so much, especially in a cold month. At least here in Denmark and Europe, it's getting pretty cold in November, so why do people want to run outside and play Pokemon Go? I don't really get that. Now, don't get me wrong, I love the game, I still play the game, but I would imagine that the summer months are where the game would earn most. But I guess I'm wrong. Anyway, which game do you think will be the top grosser of 2019? Let me know your speculative guesses in the comment section. And with that said, thank you for sticking around till the end. Before you leave, be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed the video. And until next time, just keep gaming, stay awesome, and I'll see you guys around.